Well, good morning, everybody out there in Wildcat Nation. Thanks for joining me on the show today. We should maybe have Keaton coming in. There he is right there. See if we can get you on the screen. I got you, Keaton. You're there. Let me adjust my camera a little bit. Get me on the screen, too. How you doing this morning? You look sleepy.
Oh, great. I've been up to like 3 the past couple nights working.
Well, what have you been working so hard for? You got a big race coming up?
Yeah, we got 2 events this weekend, so we're getting ready to head out and go to those and do all that.
Are they local or by remote?
Saturday we got a show, and then Sunday we'll be in Rogersville.
Awesome. So what are we running here in Rogersville on Sunday?
Warrior Princess half marathon and 5K.
Warrior Princess half marathon 5K. So is it a half marathon or a 5K? Because a 5K is a 5K a half a marathon?
Big sword.
It's what?
No, I said a big sword. All the women get a sword. Racing it. No, 5K is 3.1 miles, and then the half's 13 miles.
Okay. So the half marathon is bigger, and the winner gets a sword.
They all get a sword.
Everybody gets a sword?
All the women get a sword. Yep.
I may be transgender on Sunday. You never know.
There is 6 guys running as a woman. Like they have to wear a wig and a tutu.
Okay. I'm sure you'll attract protesters because of that. But
I've got email.
Email Keaton at keatongarrett.idon'tcare.com.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yep. So we're looking at Romans today, chapter 13, verse 10. It says, "Love does no wrong to a neighbor. Therefore, love is the fulfilling of the law." You know, I think that's sometimes easier said than done. You know, I don't think any of us ever want to wrong our neighbors. And, of course, doing right by folks is what we want to do. But, you know, sometimes even when you're doing the right thing or you don't mean to harm anybody, you do. And you don't mean to. And sometimes things you think are not a big deal to you are big deals to other people. And, you know, I think it kind of goes both ways. You don't want to do wrong to neighbors, but I think sometimes when neighbors do wrong to us, we've got to answer the wrong with right, particularly if no offense was intended. And, of course, we all believe in forgiveness. So if your neighbor has wronged you, I would ask that you come back to answer that with a forgiving spirit and reconciliation. But all in all, we all strive to do our best to live peaceably with our neighbors and our friends and do right and not bring offense. And hopefully we all can get along and build community together. What do you say, Keaton Garrett?
I think that sounds like a really jolly idea.
Well, I'm glad you're on board. Hey, have you been are you buying any Bitcoin?
No.
Do you want
Are you buying Dogecoin?
It dropped under
Oh,
50,000 last night, and
oh wow, that's so great.
it's at 49,211. It's off a high of over 60, so it's 20% off of a high. I think now's a good time to buy, but what do I know? I have an English degree.
That's
But
true. You really don't know what you're talking
I
about,
don't. But
is what
if
it
I
comes
was
down
in
to.
the Bitcoin market, I'd be buying. I'd probably be buying today. 49 looks like a pretty attractive price to me. So Bitcoin is kind of interesting there.
What's that new? I saw a new one that Elon said, "Oh, this is the one. This is one that I'm gonna follow." He said this is gonna be a big thing.
I don't
You
know,
know
but
what I'm talking about?
you need to tell us. You can't tease us like that. We need to know.
Let's
Elon's
see.
got some troubles, though. I don't know if you saw what he got into
Oh,
in China. Um, Protesters took over his booth at the Shanghai Auto Show to voice complaints about malfunctions on their on their on their vehicles. One video of a woman climbing on top of a Tesla, claiming faulty brakes caused a crash that injured her parents, went viral. And the Tesla, the Chinese media has said that their apologies have been insincere. Um,
ah,
so
yes.
they're not happy. And they've got all different kinds of electric vehicle challenges from Volkswagen, and then there's some Chinese companies, NIO, Xpeng, and BYD that are producing vehicles as well, electric vehicles, and so you never know what's going to happen there.
Hmm. Um, Well, there was some. Was that the same thing that happened? And was I guess there was a Tesla crash this week
I
that
didn't
killed
see
two
that.
people. Okay, yeah, it was. At first, they said it was on autopilot, and then now that I read that it was, they said it was not. Um, but this new cryptocurrency is Dogecoin.
Dogecoin, yeah,
Doge.
Dogecoin, yeah, that's been a big deal. It took a huge run about a week or so ago. I mean, went way up, and of course, it's come way back down again now. But yeah, Dogecoin. If you have a
Mhm.
Robinhood account, you can turn on crypto investing. You can invest in Dogecoin there, and it is something to keep an eye on. It's an off-brand. It was started by a joke. It's a meme. It's called a meme coin because it was started off of that Doge meme with the doggy meme, DOGE,
Yeah.
doggy meme is where that comes from. But it's been around for a while, and yeah, it did get a lot of attention here recently. And him saying that's probably what caused it to spike and then come back down. But
Well,
here's the other
yeah.
issue: if you become a Bitcoin millionaire, Uncle Joe wants his share. I don't know if you knew that. He's proposed
I
raising,
didn't.
doubling the capital gains tax, so that
Does
you
he know what
actually
cryptocurrency is?
uh, what now?
Does he know what cryptocurrency is?
Well, I don't know if he does
I
or not,
hardly
but he knows how to raise capital gains tax because that's what he wants to do. And so what that does is that punishes Americans for making investments in businesses, which ultimately is a big problem because if you don't have money to invest in businesses, you don't start businesses, you can't get capital, you can't hire workers. It causes unemployment and inflation
Mhm.
and yeah, but anyway, that's what he wants to do because he thinks that's going to get some more money for the government. But ultimately, all taxes, especially if they're income taxes, backfire and produce less income for the government just by sheer math. It's pretty easy to figure out if you really want to.
Hmm. Well, I watched a video the other night that Kamala is not saluting to like the military personnel that like are with her on Air Force Two or whatever and all that kind of stuff. And she goes by him, doesn't do nothing. She just looks down, doesn't do anything. I was like,
Well, that sounds like an
hmm.
exciting movie where nothing happens.
Well, the people that were talking about it were up in arms. They were not happy.
I understand. So, what did you do
Yeah,
to
people
celebrate
were
Earth
oftentimes
Day?
not very happy.
Did you celebrate?
Huh?
Did you celebrate Earth Day?
You know what? That was yesterday. I was so busy yesterday. My mom and I used to, they used to release like a movie every Earth Day, like about the oceans or about the jungle or whatever. We used to always go see it. But no, I had forgotten about Earth Day yesterday. Although I do like the planet, I am a proponent for recycling and reusing and reduce, reuse, recycle. But no, I forgot about it.
Well, the earth
What
is the
about you?
Lord's and everything in it, and so we are stewards to take care of it. But I did my part yesterday. I stayed home. I didn't drive my truck on Earth Day, hardly at all. I went and got some
That's
coffee,
funny.
so doing my part. But at least I'm not
Good.
driving one of them electric cars that were destroying the earth to get the cobalt to make the batteries for them, right?
Well, it's that, but then also I saw this is a funny picture. It was a picture of a Tesla, being charged, and there was a diesel generator
Yeah,
running the charger.
right. Well, I mean, most of our electricity comes from petroleum and coal products. So even if you're charging your
Mhm,
electric car, you're using carbon fuel to charge them. So and plus the additional damage done by the cobalt mining, it's a little ridiculous to feel smug about your environmental impact driving an electric car when it's especially with
mhm,
continue the fact that we don't have lossless conversion of energy. So we have to burn more gas to create the energy that's required to drive an electric car than we do to just drive a car that burns gas. So you actually use more
mhm,
carbon fuel driving your electric car than you do driving your gasoline car. Plus, you have to mine all the cobalt. So, I mean, it's
mhm,
great virtue signaling if you're into that, but as far as actually having a positive environmental impact, really not so much. So
mhm.
I think we've pretty
I'm
much
seeing more
reached the
Teslas around.
extent. I'm ready for my Keaton Garrett take of the week. What do you have for us, Keaton?
Take a week. I have nothing. It has been a great week, you know that. But I'm ready for the summer. Um, I think that 2021 is dragging on like 2020 was, and I'm ready for the summer.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
I would.
you look
I
like
don't
you
know.
need a strong bath of coffee this morning. So,
You know that I love coffee so much that I enjoy the delicacy of coffee so much, and all of the bold and voluminous,
that's a word.
how do you say that?
Voluminous.
Voluminous
Hmm.
flavors, yeah, that
Yes.
it brings, and the pure natural energy. Love it. Love coffee,
And that's why you drink tea.
and that's why I drink hot tea.
All right. Thanks, everybody, for watching this morning. This has been your Friday morning with Will Worsham and Keaton the Kid Garrett. Thanks for watching K-ROG. Join us all weekend for sports updates. And next week, we'll be back with Dollars and Cents and your Tuesday morning waffle. Thanks again.